Special thanks to the K Family Foundation, lead underwriters for MOSAIC. Hello, my name is Barbara Kay, and on behalf of my co-host Susan Pertnoy and the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County, I'd like to welcome you to our program, MOSAIC.
We're on location today at MorseLife, and we'll be back with our guests and our program after this brief message.
There's no difference between you and me. We're connected by our history. And if we only take the time to see we're all we need, just take my hand, we're all in this together. Look inside and you will find love exists in every kind. Oh, there is an answer.
Welcome back to MOSAIC, President and CEO of MorseLife.
Thank
Keith
you,
Myers, what a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much, Barbara. I'm excited to be here with you.
You know, I can't imagine it's 30 years since MorseLife has been in existence. Wow. Can you give us some background, some history on it?
Well, first, let me tell you the mission about MorseLife. MorseLife is dedicated to enhance the lives of seniors through the Jewish traditions. And when I started MorseLife 6 years ago, the board of directors adopted a new vision to become the premier senior care organization in the country. MorseLife is rich in providing a rich history in providing care for seniors. About 30 some years ago, leaders in Palm Beach got together and decided it was time to build a Jewish nursing home. So in 1983, the doors of Morse Geriatric Center opened up with 120 beds. The need was so great that 6 years later, they added an additional 160, bringing the total bed complement to 280. Today, Morse offers 200 long-term care beds and also provides 80 short-term rehabilitation.
Wow. What's the demographic of the seniors here? How many seniors do we have here in our county?
In the county, we have over 300,000.
And since, over the period of 30 years, the changes that have taken place in terms of understanding how to treat seniors become much more sophisticated and focused differently. Isn't that true?
That is true, and that's why MorseLife has really focused on the entire continuum of care. Because once we had the nursing home in existence, people wanted all the services that Morse had to offer, but they wanted the services to be delivered in their home. So in 1996, the doors of Kramer Senior Service Agency opened up, and that is MorseLife's home and community-based service arm. Under the umbrella of the Kramer Senior Service Agency, we provide home care, private home care, skilled home care, which is bringing a nurse or a physical therapist to your home after a hospitalization or a stay in a nursing home. We also have congregate meals that we offer. We also provide a program called Just Checking, which is a geriatric case management program. We also have the Mitzvah program, and that is a program that is all volunteer driven, and for the holidays of Passover and Rosh Hashanah, we provide over 6,200 meals to homebound seniors.
6,200 meals?
Yes, and it's all delivered by our volunteers. It's plated up by our volunteers and delivered by our volunteers. In addition, under the Kramer Service Senior Agency, we also have adult daycare, and we have a program called Neighbor to Neighbor. You may remember it. It used to be Jewish Community Action Network, where we took it over. We were in 6 senior gated communities, and today we're in 11 senior gated communities, providing services such as information referral, safety checks at home, balance checks at home, and fostering the concept neighbor helping neighbor. That's why we renamed it Neighbor to Neighbor.
That's amazing. First of all, I must correct something that I didn't say in the beginning. 30 years ago, it was called Joseph L. Morse Geriatric Center. When you came aboard in 2007, you changed and transformed the image, in a sense, and called it MorseLife. So I don't want to confuse the people watching the program, but I have to tell you something. When I drove up here, I saw the amazing construction going on. What's happening?
Well, 4 years ago, we became apprised of a population study that was done in the state of Florida. And there are many statistics that came out of this study, but one staggering statistic that blew my mind was that in the next 10 to 15 years, the number of seniors in Palm Beach County alone will triple. It will go from 300,000 to 900,000.
Really?
Based on that statistic, there were some long-term care trends that also developed. One was that the need for short-term rehab and the need for independent living was going to double. The need for assisted living was going to triple, and the need for home and community-based services was going to increase by 800%.
Oh my goodness.
Based on that astonishing statistics and those trends, the board of directors and the management staff worked together to develop the plans for the future in order to position MorseLife for the future. And when you came on the campus today, you saw the first phase of our construction project. That is that we are going to open up at the end of December a 100,000 square foot short-term rehabilitation facility. That building will house 120 private rooms. It will be divided up into 6 neighborhoods. Each neighborhood will have a centralized great room, and in that great room there will be an open kitchen, dining area, sitting area, and a meeting and a private area for people to enjoy their families when they come to visit. In addition, there will be a 7,000 square foot gym attached to that building. Our short-term rehabilitation facility will be the premier short-term rehabilitation facility in the country. It will resemble a luxury hotel, and other healthcare providers throughout the country will want to emulate it.
Wow. You also are designated as a teaching, nursing teaching facility. How did you get that designation?
Well, there's 2 in the state, and we're the second that have been deemed by the Florida State Legislature as a teaching nursing facility. And it's really nice because once a month, we entertain geriatric fellows from the University of Miami who follow our medical directors around and gain more understanding of caring for the seniors.
You have an enormous job. I can't even believe it. It's so wonderful. And when you go through the hallways here and you listen to the residents singing and people dancing and looking happy and content, it's really remarkable. It's all due to you and your staff. You've done a wonderful job.
We have a great staff and a great board of directors and a great community, I must say, because each day we have people in and out helping us out in the volunteer roles, or participating at board meetings, or just coming in to work in the gift shop, or even plate up the Meals on Wheels programs. Yeah. So we're very lucky to be in this area.
Yeah, you did a nice thing too. You brought along a video which will give us a graphic overview of what this place looks like so we can share it with our viewers. Let's watch.
Great.
I did my best to notice when the call came down the line, up to the platform of surrender. I was brought, but I was kind. And sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door.
Let's face it, none of us is getting any younger. By the year 2020, for the first time in history, adults 65 and older will outnumber children under 5. The baby boom is spawning an aging boom.
It all begins with the concept of community, the idea of coming together, helping one another out. We can't get by in this world alone. You have to give of yourself for the good of the whole. You find your own individual fulfillment in the success of the community. That wisdom has been passed down for thousands of years, and it still holds true today.
My great-grandfather, Poppy Cliff, towards the end of his life, he moved here to the tradition, the assisted living program. He was very happy, he was safe here, and we knew he was safe and happy. He was involved in many of the programs, the art program, and he made lots of friends. Poppy Cliff lived to be 100.
My husband had Alzheimer's. He spent 3 months in Morse. They did a phenomenal job.
I decided to pursue a career in geriatric medicine while I was doing my residency in Boston at the Harvard Medical School. And I realized that I probably would have the biggest impact if I did geriatric medicine, because I'd be able to make a difference in patients' lives.
I get the pleasure of meeting every patient that comes into the facility, and with the assistance of the interdisciplinary team, we set up a plan of care to get that patient back into the community at their optimum level of functioning.
The importance of living in a place such as the traditions of Palm Beaches is the fact that you have an independent living system where you can go where you want to go, if you want to go, how you want to go. They will also provide transportation for us.
At MorseLife, we provide home care services and in-home services where we honor senior living. We actually do an individual care plan for each of our seniors so that they have a full life, a life where they could enjoy themselves and not feel isolated from our community.
It gives them a sense of purpose in life. It gives them a sense of pride in being able to get out and see their friends. It really brings a smile to their face, and we see them every morning and we greet them with a hug and a smile, and it changes their life, and it's a wonderful program.
MorseLife delivers approximately 50,000 Meals on Wheels annually to homebound seniors in the community who may not otherwise have a hot meal.
My mom lived in the tradition for about 3 years or so until she passed away a couple of years ago. And it's not only important for the elderly, but also for the children of the elderly, like myself and my brothers, because she ended up at this place, got a second lease on life after my dad passed away.
This place is absolutely a miracle.
I became very devoted, seeing the great things that they've been doing for the people in this community, the elderly, the ones that need our help.
That was terrific. I have to tell you, you should be so proud. We are going to now give our viewers an opportunity to see some of the things that are going on, the people that are here, and a little bit more of an interview with some of the residents. It was a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you again, Barbara.
Yeah,
Thank
you're doing
you
a
very
wonderful
much.
job. Thank you.
Truly appreciate it.
We'll be back with the remainder of our program right after this brief message.
I am just a sailor in a great big sea, searching for what's meant for me. And I thank my lucky stars every single day. I'm exactly where low road to the high road, it's all in the game. But we kept love in our hearts, 'cause we know love sees us through. So with every breath we take, we greet each day anew. When all else fails, love is on our side. So just remember to say, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for you.
Welcome back to MOSAIC. We're here with Dr. Alan Sadowski, the Senior Vice President of Community-Based Services, and he is in charge of Meals on Wheels program for MorseLife. Welcome, Dr. Sadowski. Tell us about the Meals on Wheels program.
Well, the Meals on Wheels program is a volunteer-driven program, and we're delivering 50,000 meals to the community. And for many of the people who receive these meals, this is a lifeline. And if absent the ability to get a meal, they would be at great risk to be in an institution.
And how do you get these meals to the community?
We prepare the meals in our kitchen. These are all prepared by our volunteers. You see they're hard at work. And we freeze them to a very low temperature. We have a walk-in freezer that you can't see behind the building. The volunteers drive up and get their meals and deliver them out into the community. Some people get 6, 7 meals a week, some get less. But these are complete meals, very nutritious meals with all the trimmings.
Do you have nutritionists on staff?
Yes, we have nutritionists, and we far exceed the registered, the required daily allotment for good nutrition.
What are the costs of the meals for the?
The meals cost $6.50. However, that if people cannot afford the meals, we provide the meals for them through subsidies. We get a subsidy from the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County. And it actually costs us more to produce the meal than the cost of the meal.
Oh my goodness.
And I will tell you about our volunteers because right now we know that gas prices are going back up, and the delivery of the meals, it comes like a sacred mission to the volunteers. When gas prices exceeded $4, they just wouldn't stop delivering the meals because they're delivering more than a meal. They're also, in so many ways, our eyes and ears and a window into the community. So if something's not right, they will come back and tell us someone's not picking up their meals, or they didn't seem right, the house looked out of order, so we can immediately act on that information and do more if it's required.
Well, that must be very gratifying to the volunteers as well. They must get such a great sense of purpose.
So it's very gratifying to the volunteers. It's very gratifying for the staff because there's that immediate feedback that you're doing something that's so needed and so much appreciated.
Well, that's great. Let's talk to some of the volunteers.
Great.
We have 2 volunteers here with us. And what is your name?
My name is Judy.
Judy?
And I'm a social worker at Morse.
And you volunteer as well?
Yes, I do.
Because
what I'd like to do is give back to the community and help the seniors.
That's really wonderful. And you are?
My name's Rona. I started out as a volunteer and now I'm an employee and do a little bit of both.
Well, that's really admirable. And why do you volunteer?
To be able to help the seniors in the community that can no longer cook for themselves, to provide a meal for them. It's a wonderful mitzvah.
It is a mitzvah. It really is. What are you preparing today?
We are preparing orange chicken, potatoes, and some green peas and vegetables.
Do you have any desserts as well here?
At times there are desserts. It depends on somebody's dietary needs.
After you prepare the meals, you have other volunteers that drive them to the various seniors.
That's correct. And what they do is they deliver the meals right to their door, and it brings a great joy to that senior's heart.
Oh, I think it has to. What a wonderful program. Thank you very much, ladies. And now we're going to visit the Tradition of the Palm Beaches. Hi, Linda. You're the Executive Director of the Tradition, which is a beautiful and unique living offering for seniors. And please tell us about the type of residents that you have here.
Oh, we have the best residents in the whole world living here. We have 169 people who enjoy both independent and assisted living. and all the services that back up renting an apartment here.
Well, that's wonderful. And what type of apartments do you have?
We have 12 different floor plans ranging from a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, all the way up to a 1,200 square foot, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and dining room, living room. Every apartment has an outdoor balcony and a whole range of configurations of apartments.
Well, that's wonderful. You have a saying here, luxury is not an amenity, it's a lifestyle. So apropos to that, what type of luxurious services do you provide here?
Right. Well, I think the luxury of living here is being able to have the privacy of your own apartment and then having all the services to surround you quietly and unobtrusively, like housekeeping every week, having all of your meals served to you in our dining room, kosher dining room, and having transportation services available at your fingertips, as well as entertainment 7 nights a week on the ground floor. And when you're done being entertained, no driving your car home in the dark, just pushing the elevator button and going upstairs to bed.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. You also have an art program that I just want to show. Features a calendar of, this is all artwork that the residents have accumulated and have done themselves. Do you want to discuss the program?
We have an art program that was sponsored by Stanley Katz's brother-in-law, who gave us a very generous gift and has continued to add to the gift every time Stanley has a birthday. And we use the money to fund an art program that encompasses everything from sculpture to oil painting to very famous beading, which is very popular. And in the calendar this year that we published for 2013, we displayed each month some of the things that the residents here have made. And they're pretty outstanding, as our recent art show that was completely sold out.
Oh my.
Was very evident that the things that are produced here are not just little arts and crafts. This is very fine art.
Well, that's very exciting. Why don't we meet some of these talented residents?
I would love for you to.
Thank you. We're here to chat with some of the residents of the tradition. Hi, sir. How long have you been living here?
A little over 4 years.
And how are you enjoying it?
Oh, this is the best place I've ever been in.
Really? And
Yes.
why is that?
It has a little bit of everything, and everything that they do for you is first class.
Well, that's impressive. What a nice way to live.
It is.
And how about you? I think you're a happy couple.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us about your experience here?
Well, 65 years, happy couple.
Wow, that's an accomplishment.
We've been here for 4 years, and it's like being on a cruise 24 hours a day.
How's the food here?
Fantastic.
Yes?
There's a lot of variety, and it turns out we're vegetarians. We have been for over 30 years, and they're very accommodating, and we have more than we can possibly eat, as you can see.
Well, I also have heard that you're quite the artist. Do you want to show the photograph?
I'd love to. I have some sculptures that I've made over the years, and stone sculptures, and it decorates the apartment, and also it gives me a lot of pleasure. Lots of people come to see it. It makes me feel good every time. And we've accomplished things over the years, and sometimes, you know, it's in the background, and this kind of keeps it alive. It makes it very nice.
That's wonderful. And what about you, sir? How are you doing here?
I feel privileged to have lived here, and living here has made me a most happy fella. I just can't give this enough praise. It has ennobled my life here, really.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Do you take advantage of the entertainment that they offer
I take
here?
advantage of the entertainment. I take advantage of the activities which are going on all day long. You don't have enough time to participate in all the wonderful activities and the great staff and the wonderful people that have been my friends here, and it's made me feel very young.
Well, that's a terrific accolade. Now let's ask this young lady here. Tell us about your experience at the tradition.
Thank you for asking, because it gives me the opportunity to tell you what a remarkable place we live in. And as older people, this is indeed unbelievable. This place is made for me. I observe the kashrut. We also have a temple here, and we have any and every activity that we choose to participate in. And I feel that I am blessed to be here.
That's wonderful. That really is special. Tell me, I want to know about your social life here. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I can't begin to start. We have such a wonderful, wonderful social life here. Howard and I told you, are the best ping pong players here.
How did you meet Howard?
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were sitting at a table at a function, and the dance music was beautiful. And I went over to Howard and I says, would you like to dance? And Howard said, I would love to, but my spouse has been deceased and I have to wait a little longer. Would you ask me again? I said, I sure would. 4th of July came around and I asked Howard to dance with me, and he graciously accepted, and we have been dancing ever since. That is our wonderful, wonderful things that we do here. We appreciate every minute of this place. I have to tell you, I had trepidations about coming here after living the life I've lived in a beautiful home in the Berkshires, and we didn't think we were ready. My daughter said, Mom, I saw a beautiful place. Come give a look. My husband and I came, gave a look, and we were impressed, very impressed. And this place has been a genuine pleasure for me. I have every opportunity to maintain my health with the good, healthy food that they have here, and the exercises and all the wonderful facilities that we take advantage of.
Well, that's terrific. That's really something. On that note, would you demonstrate how you dance with this gentleman?
Be delighted. Will you sing?
Well, I'll clap. Thank you all for joining us.
And thank you for being with us as well. Be with us again next week when we have another look into the Jewish world. Goodbye from Mosaic. Special thanks to the K Family Foundation, lead underwriters for Mosaic.